Konnichiwa minasan, Anton desu, and welcome to Nakano, close to Shinjuku, central Tokyo, where we are turning this abandoned Japanese house into a Japandi style Airbnb. We've been working on this house now for about 3 months and things have been going almost according to plan. Some things have not, and in this video I will teach you and tell you all about the mistakes, the change of renovation plans, and the very expensive thing that stalled the entire renovation for about a week. That and a lot more in this video where I'll show you everything how this house looks 3 months into renovation. So the first thing you'll notice is that I didn't get a haircut. The second thing is probably the facade here that just automatically turned black. A Swedish architect friend of mine has always told me that if you're gonna repaint your facade, paint it in a darker color, because if you put a white or a bright color, it's gonna get dirty over time. And this one, it's beautiful, no? Look at it. Looks like a completely different house, no? This is another thing that's new as well. The windows are see-through and you can kind of peek inside a little bit. The reasons for changing the glasses into see-through instead of these toilet-style bathroom windows is that we're building a beautiful Japanese garden here. You see some of the stones here. We also have another 100-kilo stone in there. You'll see it in a few minutes. But we have a Japanese garden, see-through windows, black, beautiful facade. And we're also recycling some wood. So when you enter here, you're gonna have like a wooden deck leading up to this beautiful old, previously abandoned Japanese house. Let's have a look inside. Oyamashimashou! Konnichiwa, konnichiwa. So there is a lot of things that has been going according to plan and a lot of things that hasn't. We're already over budget and there are some design aspects that we unfortunately couldn't do, but there are some things that went incredibly well and I would love to show you these ones. And we start with a beautiful maguro-ishi here, the first step of my staircase. We also exchanged the windows up there, you'll see that very soon. But this is a maguro-ishi from Kyoto, from my local stone yard in Setagaya. It's also 21 or 22 centimeters tall, exactly the same height as one of these steps. It's not kotei shitenai, it's not attached to the floor yet, but we will do that when the new beautiful Gambatsu flooring is coming in. What do you think, guys? Would you do this? Yes, you would. The sunlight is also coming in from there. And we also built in a big mirror, 2.3 meters tall. Americans use some other measurements, but it's beautiful. It reflects the light, and as you see, and as you know, the other side of the house is a little bit dark, but this will reflect the light super beautiful. We've had some issues with electricity. That's why we can't do too much over there in the corner yet, but I think this looks fantastic. It's dirty right now, but like a little bit clean up. Sanding here, this pine window here, preparing for an inner sash to come in here. All these old frames, we're keeping them, but we're adding an inner sash here. And what's really cool with this house is that all these details are with lavan wood and we've recycled as much as possible. So this piece is coming from some other trimming up there and we just added it here. So it's the same material here and there, we just gotta sand it and make it more beautiful again and like make it fit. And then with some nice oil, it's gonna look fantastic. I know I promised you in the previous video that I'll show you a finished off kitchen, but unfortunately here we are 3 weeks later and it's not finished. I'm very sorry about that. We've been busy on many different fronts and we've spent a lot of money on things we didn't want to spend money on, but here we are. White, beautiful tiles, white grout this time. I've never used white grout before. Beautiful lavan mahogany trimmings. There are some silicone and corkings that needs to be worked on, but here we are. The same lavan countertop here as well. Washing machine, dishwasher. About 1/3 of the entire kitchen budget is that dishwasher. Japanese homes usually don't have these big, this is also Swedish made by the way, these big washing machines. No washing machines, dishwashers. Beautiful white sink, white tiles, white range hood cover. IH is coming there as well. This beautiful box here. But we're still waiting for the plumbing. We haven't decided on the color of the cabinets yet. The doors, the hikidashi, white potentially, or maybe a greenish color. I want to keep this Japandi palette, and everything right now is super white, super woody, natural materials. See the mirror there, beautiful. See the staircase, lavon wood as well. So maybe a green color would kind of freshen the entire house up, but we haven't decided just yet. We need to order make them, and we're already over budget, so an easy way is to just go with the white cabinets, but maybe green would make the place a little bit more lively. So we've had a huge disaster upstairs, but we've had a few minor setbacks here as well. Look here, the walls on the first floor is more or less done, but this part here, the reason for this is Tokyo Denryoku. We need to change this fuse box, the bunden band, but that's just takes forever. You gotta book months in advance, and yeah, I've been waiting now for the past 3-4 weeks and nothing is happening. Same with the internet, SoftBank. My name is Wormann, my last name, and I've been calling them over and over, and I can't pay my invoices because my name translated into Japanese katakana. Obviously, I registered over the phone and I need to re-register it. Yeah, it's a mess. Japanese bureaucracy, being a foreigner here sometimes. Electricity, internet, also the Airbnb license taking forever, but that's a separate movie in itself. The setback we've had inside of here is that we unfortunately couldn't keep these blue tiles that we wanted to keep, but putting in these bath panels, this is how you would renovate an old bathroom here in Japan, if you have a little bit more money. To do all of this would be about $1,000, which is not a lot of money. It looks clean, it will look fantastic when the new faucets are coming in. And this is the bathtub we'll use. My original plan was to put these sunoko, the onsen kind of things on the floor here. It will feel like an onsen with this hinoki. But I also love these mosaic tiles, and I'm thinking about keeping them as is. What do you think, guys? I think we might keep them. It looks really cool, but it might feel a little cold winter time. We gotta change the windows too, I think, here. We also bought a Toto toilet, a reform toilet. That's what you need to buy. If you're changing your toilet, you need to buy one that says reform. It's about $300-500, including a washlet. And it's a great update if you're renovating a house in Japan. One thing I hate about houses, I have this hate-love for wallpaper. They are wallpapering everything here in Japan. And with the nurikabe, just stucco and joripato, it feels more warm, I think. So all the walls in this house, this wall, all these sekko bodo, everything will be nurikabe. It's fun to do, it's a fun DIY project, and the finishing looks more kosei ga deru desu ne. Your personality, like, it shows in the house. A wallpaper, you gotta redo it every second year, especially when you're moving in Japan, and they gotta redo it all. If it's painted or if it's nurikabe, if it's stucco or joripato that we're gonna use, it will stay very nice for a very long time, and you can also fix it if a part of it is broken pretty easily. Doing wallpaper nice is incredibly hard. I like wallpapers when there's like a fun kind of gara, but if you're just gonna go for white wallpaper, I would much rather go with stucco or joripato or just paint. Konnichiwa, guys. So actually, before we're going upstairs, I wanna show you how it looks from my point of view. So the newly built-in mirror right here, and then we have the stone, but it's gonna look like we have two stones. Like this. This is not all of it. We have this beautiful pine here, this sanded laban mahogany wood here, stone, oof, it's a little bit shaky right now. Sand, we gotta sand a little bit more. Then you get up here, see it's already way brighter. So we've changed The windows, they're see-through now. The facade is black there as well, as you see. All of this mahogany. This wall is really cool because it's actually a super cheap, like Jonmiribenya, and then the details in between is oak, a 4mm oak. And if you touch it here, it has a little bit of an edge to it. And the best thing here is that we have a second mirror. So there's a lot of mirrors and you can see the reflection of the stone here. And then here with a really nice ceiling light here, it's gonna look fantastic. And then the cool thing here is the pine wood there, pine wood right there, paneling here, the cheap paneling with the oak details, the cool ceiling light. You might need to oil this as well. And then we also have the same pine wood right there. So we're gonna have a balance. The wood flooring here is gonna be recycled gambatsu. The same flooring as we're gonna have on the outdoor deck. The same flooring as we're gonna have downstairs. The same flooring as we're gonna have like leading up to the house. Then we have the pine there, Joripatto. The walls, it's gonna be the same in these rooms, the same downstairs. And then we have the mahogany, this beautiful recycled wood everywhere. Super exciting, only 3-4 weeks away from completion, believe it or not. Just new Joripatto on the walls, new surface things and going on. What I wasn't as happy about what was going on the third floor, up on the roof. And to show you that, safety first. After 2 months of renovating this house, we realized we had a small water leak in the corner of the roof. Climbing up on the roof and switching out the shingles, we discovered the plywood underneath was completely rotten, and so was the entire roof. We also found some mold in the attic. But what to do with one of Japan's summer typhoons approaching? Luckily, I have a great team of people around me, and we worked hard for many days to fight the coming typhoon approaching Tokyo. A roof needs to be changed every 40 years or so, and this house is 53 years old, meaning we were one teenager overdue. If you can't fix a roof on your own, it usually costs between 1.5 to 3 million yen, or $10,000 to $20,000 to change out the shingles, including the scaffolding. And finding great reliable labor in Japan is not easy. Is this worth it, even if the house you bought only cost you, let's say, 1 million yen in the beginning? Buyer beware. First time for me with a water leak, and hopefully the last time too. Yes, so that was it. If you're thinking about buying an old Japanese house, a water leak might be incredibly costly and sometimes might cost even more than the actual house price. It looks like I'm having a lot of fun on this channel. I do. I love what I'm doing, but renovation can be incredibly tiring sometimes. And as you've probably all seen, I haven't really been focusing on making too much content lately. And the reason for that is that I'm building a renovation team, turning these old Akiyas into cool Japandi Airbnbs. And this is going to be one of them. I have my main carpenter and then I have 2 apprentices right now. And we're all working together to save these old Japanese houses. So, a lot of exciting news to come. I'm very nervous, doki doki myself, but stay tuned. There is a lot of fun, big news to come. And I'll see you guys next time where we'll redo the entire Japanese room here. New tatamis, new fusumas, joripad on the walls, and I'll also introduce you to my tatami guy. Arigatou gozaimasu.